Away from the May Day celebrations, the federal government has paid compensation of 2.75 billion naira to affected property owners on the corridors of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. The Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, also took a jibe at the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, asking him to publicly apologize for comments made about the project. Senior correspondent Sarah Yuko reports.
This is not the first time the Federal Ministry of Works will be engaging stakeholders along the first 3 kilometers of the Lagos Calabar Highway. This time around, they are doling out compensation checks worth 2.75 billion naira to affected property owners. Before settling down for the day's business, the Minister of Works thanked workers in Nigeria for their dedication to the nation's growth. To the business of the day, Mr. Umahi noted that the compensation being done was a flag for the first 10 people, directing that the rest of those to be compensated should go to the Secretariat of the Compensation Committee for payment.
Mr. President inherited 2,600 projects, totaling about 14.5 trillion as at that time. And none of the project has stopped. It has never happened in the history of the country where a president comes on board and takes on all the ongoing projects and put them as priority one. And so this coastal route is not prioritized over the ongoing projects. And it should take a tour of the projects and see that even some that were dead are alive.
The Minister of Works also used the opportunity to clear doubts and controversies surrounding the project, in the process taking a jibe at the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi.
When somebody has done something good, you can still criticize while commending the person. And so I asked him to commend Mr. President for this coastal route, and I joined those who have taken on him to ask him to apologize publicly, because this coastal route is the good for all of us.
After distributing dummy checks, the minister decided to listen to other concerns from the stakeholders. Members of the Okwaja community raised concerns about the realignment of the project.
Where you are putting your alignment now is on top of the CFO of Okwaja. It's not the what you are looking for. If you are looking for your coastal way, it's inside the ocean already. When we are calling by more than 30 years now for the federal government to come and claim the land for us, the coastal, you people did not come to do that. It is now our own community you want to be claiming it is
the ocean moved there?
Yes.
Okay.
However, the landowners are against the indigents' claim.
These same people are the ones that sold this land to us. If they are now claiming that that land is the coastal road, they sold it to us for millions of naira. We are totally against what they are fighting for.
Devoid of any delay, the 700-kilometer highway, if completed in 8 years, will be a trade and business route linking the busy Lagos city in the west to the lively port city in the east. Sarah Ayeko, TVC News, Lagos.
And Chairman of the Coalition for Land Rights Advocacy in Nigeria, Shola Eniton, joins me on the news at 10. For more on this, I'm good to have you join us.
Good evening.
Good evening. So you spoke also at that meeting as well, and then you had raised issues about environmental impact assessment. What point were you trying to make at that time?
Well, you see, I don't understand what the minister is doing, because environmental impact assessment includes social impact assessment. And it's obvious when you look at the questions that came from the other journalist, the lady, you will discover that there are a lot of discrepancies in the way the project is being handled. Yes, I mean, the project could be a golden project for the southern part of Nigeria, but the truth of the matter is it has to be done lawfully. It has to be done in a way and manner that everybody concerned would have been fully considered. The project doesn't seem to give consideration to, the environment and to other social issues. For example, you are taking a train into Lekki Conservation Center. Lekki Conservation Center is not the kind of place where you even go and have a train station. Because animals, that is the only haven that, all the animals have, to live. That's their only habitat in all of that environment right now. So, and their communication style is by sounds. If there is a train, if there is heavy noise, all those animals are going to be endangered. Many will die, run under the train, because, they have not been given consideration. There are a lot of things. Flora and fauna issues are also there. And the truth is that there will be homelessness, because all the people they are calling living in shanties and all that, those are human beings. And there are indications that, there are housing situations, housing problems plaguing the society. So by the time you displace them, and they don't have any other place to go, you are going to increase criminality as well. The way the project is being handled, there is a certain aspect that has been totally abandoned. Resettlement action plan is absolutely not visible anywhere. If you go to Jakande Estate, you see a lot of people, their buildings have been, demolished. You see them, having shanties by the right-hand side of the road. Some are sleeping in shorts, some are sleeping under tents and all that. A lot of homeless people.
And what considerations do you think should be put in place, especially for the Lekki Conservation Center that you mentioned?
Well, for the Lekki Conservation Center, I think the first thing that they ought to have done is to have a mitigation plan where they are going to create new havens. Okay, if you are moving the animals, you know where you are moving them to, and you must create the environment where there will be conducive, that will be conducive for the animals that you are moving and transporting. Okay, and it's not going to be today. The environment, the forest environment has matured to a level where there is no way that you can replace those trees. So these are things that ought not to be even in the hands of government. Such a center ought to be within a perpetual trust where there are trustees from within society that are running it. It ought not to be even in the hands of government. Okay, because government, whenever they are in need of lands and in need of projects, infrastructure, they do anything without consideration for the environment. The carbon credits, for this project is not even obvious. We don't know what they are doing, because the project social impact assessment, the environmental social impact assessment is not available anywhere. The project is so fluid every day. I've never seen a project like that. That alignment, every day you are realigning. These are things that ought to be in the public domain. Every alignment of a road. The new thing, by the midnight, you are supposed to post it. I still get postings from the US, about, places where I had gone to interact on a technical and professional basis, that they are still sending me materials that does not even concern me anyway, So openness and transparency is very, very crucial in a project like this. Sincerely, the minister may know what he's doing, but as for us who are professionals in the field, engineering is not the only profession. And, the way he even talks down on people, I really don't understand.
Well, I wouldn't want us to go in that light, because some have also said, look, he has opened up for, I think, a second meeting that I'm aware of, if not a third. There's room for engagement, and I'm sure that you will continue to engage him, whatever opportunity you have to raise these issues. Thank you so much for your time, Chairman of the Coalition for Land Rights Advocacy in Nigeria, Shola Enitan. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
The Joint Committee of the House of Representatives